You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Wait, has Kira...
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the the way they marched forward with Kira around the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kira, I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make—
Sounds like Navia really...
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time—
You know, now that you mention Navia, I'm thinking...
I suppose that's why we're such good— Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning—
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but—
Huh. And here Paimon...
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Well...
Oh yeah. Come on, let's...
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go
Set them up.
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their type.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes in...
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently? Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you
Oh, no, nothing. But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any.
Don't worry about the materials. It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Just...
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit...
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week.
That's true. Come.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return.
Oh.
It's just, not to my liking. You said...
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations?
No, no need. You don't...
And I'd be happy to process that for you.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I...
Please calm down, sir.
What?
Haven't you heard? Cisoria Boutique has been exposed for
And just who is it that...
Well, you tell us. The
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means...
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need... And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the...
Got it.
Chiori...
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week.
If you say so...
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about...
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of...
Can a woman not—
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer.
What? No accessories?
Yes, that's what they're.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think.
Even the suppliers? But
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
so, no accessories means...
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread.
But if you take those away...
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case,
I know Miss Cisoria has put a lot of. I hope you can talk.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Who is it?
Venger, it's... We've worked together all these years. The least you could...
Straightforward as always.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a... I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe...
You're right. I only subscribe...
So, these rooms...
No, not at all. They were...
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can...
You would think that. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy.
Every house?
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops.
What sort of...
A photo of you
Yesterday?
Uterrogate.
here. I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the scenes, the true Cisoria boutique, relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Cisoria brand employs...
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo...
Yeah, he was...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give you...
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just...
The absurdity. I don't...
Well, maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise...
Venger, are you sure you...
But I'm no longer that brave young man with... I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week. Let me offer you a piece of advice, Cisoria. For old time's sake.
You're free to wait things out, Venger.
Have you ever...
thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for...
Fair enough. Then, I suppose all there's left...
Understood. about the accessories.
How could they do this? They're making...
Public opinion has never been about what's... I should have seen it from the beginning.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an...
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find...
That's great! With your...
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several... She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Miss Sierra Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she...
She was just...
If you ask me, I think Cisoria Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it? The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Oh no, we've lost her. Did you hear what all those people were...
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general It's also true that her way of dealing...
Oh, this is all Uterra's fault. Wait a second.
That would only make the situation worse.
You've got a point. Elaf, we're back! Oh, who's this?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the...
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just...
So you've come...
Yeah, you probably don't.
What?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of Mora. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business. And we ran into major Mora problems.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to...
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit...
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
It is good. It's just... After I went home yesterday, I couldn't help...
What a shame.
Well, see, he's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as...
Huh? So what...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for it.
Huh? Well,
I think it'd go a long way.
Hey, Olaf!
Huh?
Well, we were...
Oh, I remember now. There's this...
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue...
All right, sounds good.
So, in your opinion...
Let's see. Well...
Miss Chiori isn't the sort to just...
Chiori?
How did you know where...
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop.
I'm not upset. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry.
All right, don't mind if we do.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open. And
Yeah, it's important to
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time,
Whoa, Paimon would have...
but even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant...
sort.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. On top of that, I hated the... Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself with a...
No wonder you left the...
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left,
Well, that's a great dream to...
after that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped... I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long, of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry... Oh, yeah. She did mention that dream. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream. All right, that's enough sightseeing.
Ooh, looks like you've got...
Back? It was never gone to begin with.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article. And that Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty...
I don't like duking it out in the press. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located.
Sounds good. As for Fashion Week...
Huh? When did this become an either-or?
But your accessory...
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about. To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I'm thinking about all that, I just...
What did...
The sea. Seashell.
Got...
Come, let's take...